Hey guys, it's so late at night. Bear with me. I just wanted to give you a little update slash vlog on my life right now. I haven't been on YouTube in a little while because I've been dealing with a lot of emotional issues. I deal with chronic pain. I do have pain in my back from a car accident that I was in at the end of law school. That was really hard because law school is already difficult enough for me. And then I sued and I did win the lawsuit, but it was a rough road, trying to get fairly compensated, fighting with insurance companies and all of that. So it's just been really hard. And I think that I've also, in a way, the past few years, I've been recovering from law school because it was such a hardship. It was such a hard road on me being an autistic person. And I actually developed OCD in law school, which I only recently found out about. That was very hard. It's just like, it was already hard enough discovering that I'm autistic. And then developing, law school has a way of training your mind to think about things very critically and to look at everything critically. And while that's an amazing skill to develop and sharpen, I do think that it led to my OCD because, oops, my light went out. Oh well, you can still hear me. So it was hard because it's like I want to acknowledge my autism and my neurodivergence, but at the same time, the legal field is very ableist and they really don't smile upon anything like OCD or mental illness or autism, even if you were just born that way. They don't smile upon it. I've had teachers ask me, really one teacher who is very bigoted, she asked me if I was sure that the legal field was right for me when I disclosed my autism in order to get an accommodation for a class. She really was not okay with it. I've also had another professor who disclosed that I had to ask for like special treatment because I was having a hard time, and that was really terrible. People generally don't like that about you. They might like how you come off to them, or they might like that you're smart, but as soon as you acknowledge that you're anything less than perfect, strong, and unbreakable in law school, they really don't smile upon it, which is really a shame because some of the smartest lawyers I've met are neurodivergent. And I think that if I had to trust someone with my case, I would trust myself because I am so reliable, detail-oriented, straightforward, and considerate. I think that it's really a shame that people think of attorneys that way. But if you guys are ever interested in becoming a lawyer or a paralegal or working in the legal field, I do have a group chat now for autistic people interested in the legal field. So just leave a comment that you want to be added to the Discord and I can send you the link. But basically, another reason I've been having a hard time is because I've been navigating social situations and having trouble with it. I did have a breakup at the beginning of this year in my romantic relationship, and then anything that happened after that in the realm of romance has been like kind of confusing. But really, I think the rule of thumb is to not rush myself and to genuinely enjoy the time that I have with people. I'm not really looking to rush into a relationship or anything like that. You shouldn't either if you're on the spectrum, because especially if you have trauma that you need to work on. I know that I did, and that was another hard thing, being undiagnosed for OCD. I really had trouble dealing with OCD and the way it interacts with my relationships. All of my relationships, not just romantic, but friendships as well. It was really a big burden on me, and now that I'm properly medicated for it, I feel so much better. I'm ruminating less, I'm worrying less. I am sleeping better, though lately I've been having to take some sleep aid to go to sleep. I do have insomnia, and I do have nightmares. So sleep has been tricky since I've left law school because I do still dream that I'm in school or have a test coming up or have something due or that I'm in class. It can just be hard to shake all of that off. Grad school can be pretty traumatizing if you're on the spectrum. Another thing that's very hard was the socialization aspect of it all. I mean, most of the time I do feel like I don't really know what people want from me when I'm talking to them. Or it can be especially hard if you're younger like I was. I went to law school young. I went to law school when I was 20. And by the time I got out, I was 23. So it's hard because you may not have all of the street smarts or the wisdom that you gain just from roaming the earth. If you're young and go to law school, that's a double whammy on top of being autistic and going to law school. So I did have to learn how to socialize, learn how to network, as they say, learn how to build relationships with people in a way that's not too uncomfortable for me, because if you overextend yourself, you'll be burnt out and it'll feel like all of your hard work was for nothing. Because in that moment, you won't feel like you'll be able to do anything. But, I'm out here. I have highs and lows. I'm persevering through my career, and I know that things will get better. I work very hard, and yeah, I also want to move. I'm hoping to be able to move soon. That would be very nice. When it comes to managing my OCD, it really looks like a lot of self-care, a lot of sitting with my emotions and learning how to accept how I feel about different things. And then so I won't do a lot of the rumination or repetitive behaviors that I struggle with. I do think that if you have autism, it's more likely that you'll develop a comorbid disorder such as OCD or an anxiety disorder or a CPTSD. I know for sure that I had CPTSD in law school. I think law school just caused a lot of mental illness for me, but really, the school I went to is hard. And honestly, I don't think every law school is like that. So if you're thinking about going to law school, don't think that you'll definitely be traumatized afterward. If you take it slow, I recommend you go part-time. I didn't go part-time, but I recommend you go part-time in law school because the world is really hard right now. And if you can just take your time to try to get your degree instead of rushing through it, that will help a lot. I wish I had done that. One of my professors recommended that because she saw how anxious I was once, and I was like, internally, I didn't say this, but internally I'm like, oh, I'm as strong as the neurotypicals. I could do whatever I want. So I just rushed through, and really I had already rushed through undergrad. So when I got to law school 2 years early, I was really frantic, and I had a lot of anxiety, and I was feeling adrenaline rushes all the time, and I'm like, I feel like I'm in danger 24/7. I genuinely think it took a couple of years just for my nervous system to go back to somewhat normal after that experience. So just a reminder to not rush yourself through the big things that you're doing in life, and if you're planning things, like if you're planning big moves in your life, such as moving to another state or moving out of the country or maybe starting a new job, I recommend you write down baby steps and you break it down, because then if there's too much, you may have a problem with procrastination and the steps that you need to take that plan and get the ball rolling. I think it is easier if you break things down into tinier steps for step 1 and tinier steps for step 2. It can make things seem a lot less overwhelming. Something else I'm doing lately is journaling, writing a lot of my feelings down. It really feels better than it sounds, because when my therapist first suggested I started journaling, I thought it was kind of silly. I'm like, I don't want to write in my diary like I'm 12. But really, when I'm writing it down, it does make me feel better. Something shifts when you're able to get it out of you, the negative emotions. I'm also trying to continue making art because that does help me a lot emotionally, and to continue seeing friends because social isolation can be very hard. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about my life right now in this autism vlog. Tell me how your life is right now. Are you making big moves? Are you planning big moves in your life? Do you feel that autism is a challenge in your daily life to do those things? And are you struggling to maintain your mental health in today's world? If you live in America, like I do, then you may be struggling with politics and stressing over things like that too. So I know I am. But yeah, I'm coming back with more videos soon. I just wanted to check in with you guys and see how you're doing. And I also didn't expect this channel to grow so large. I thought that there would be a few of you here from TikTok. I didn't think that I would almost have 10,000 subscribers. Like, that's insane to me. Thank you guys so much. I really didn't think that my YouTube videos would reach that far, but you guys are out here. There's an autism population on YouTube and autistic loved ones hoping to learn more about the disorder. So thank you for supporting me. And I think that in the near future, I will be having a YouTube on maybe one more about sensory issues and about how I deal with those, what that looks like. I am 26 years old, so I do feel like adulthood is a relevant topic to how you're maintaining adulthood with autism. That's something I want to make a video about too, because this page is for more like autistic adults or older autistic teens, not children. I know that most autism content is for children, but this page is for adults. It's for us. And I want it to be a safe space for us so that we can communicate with each other and have a good time and learn things. So yeah, once again, let me know if you're interested in the legal field. I'll add you to that Discord group chat. Not all of us are lawyers. I think there's really only one practicing attorney in that group chat. The rest of us are either contemplating going to law school right now, or have graduated law school. So let me know, and if there's anything specifically you'd like to hear me talk about, put that in the chat as well. And have a good day. Like and subscribe and share, please. Thank you.